Today, we will talk about the factors influencing mental development. What is meant by mental development? Explain the factors that affect mental development of adolescents. So, first of all, we take meaning of mental development. By mental development, we mean the development of language, interest, power of memory, imagination, understanding, reasoning, thinking, intelligence, sensation, perception, problem solving, etc. At birth, the child can cry only, which is an expression of emotion, which can be out of pleasure or pain. After birth, the nervous system attains maturity. The brain grows rapidly. There is a rapid improvement in the functions, in the structure of sensory organs. The child is able to perform different functions like seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and as maturely he will react as an adult after some time. So the process of mental development during the various stages of development of human being is affected by the following factors. These factors are: the first one is undernutrition during infancy. It has been proved by various studies that if the children of 1 year of age are undernourished, it affects their brain development, and which take place afterwards. During fetal period, the growth spurt for the brain is maximum. After birth, at the end of first year, the brain acquires 70% of the adulthood brain. Up to 2 years of age, the development of the brain reaches its maximum limit. During the rapid development of the brain, if the child is kept under nutrition and an imbalanced diet, then this practice gives rise to many mental disorders. Many researches have been done. Some of the examples are: one is Chase and Martin. In 1970, they conducted a study on 19 children in between 1962 to 1967. They show a positive correlation between the child's early nutrition and retardation in physical development was found. There was only one child who had his proper physical development, and that is also to some extent, but his head growth and functioning of the brain that was found defective. Similarly, other studies were also there. One is of Cravioto and Robles. They also conducted a study on 20 infants, and these infants were given very less quantity of proteins. So their motor, language, personal social behavior disorders were found in them. Hence we can say, at the time of faster growth of the brain and cell division, many mental disorders are exposed if the child is undernourished. Second point is influence of parent-child interaction. Now the mental attributes of children, these are affected by their parents also. The child learns many things by imitating, by copying his family members. The home environment creates self-confidence in the child. Wolf in 1964 conducted a study on environmental processes. He had mentioned the variables of 13 processes. These variables, they explain the interaction which take place between the child and the parents in the development of intelligence. So these variables have been categorized, which are pressure of achievement, motivation, pressure for general learning. The interaction between the parent and the child is considered important because it determines the intelligent quotient of the child. Third point is heredity. Child acquires mental abilities through heredity. Environment cannot make any change in these abilities in any way. According to Gates and Associates, the development of a child never exceeds his hereditary stock. Another point is need of achievement, motivation, and intellectual development. According to Atkinson and others, the achievement motive developed in the initial years of development. These are related to the expectations of parents. According to Sontag and others, In 1958, the curiosity to learn or learning to learn that is related to the increase in intelligent quotient during childhood and adolescence. Low interest or low achievement, that need is related to low IQ. The achievement of adolescents depend upon the motivation to learn. For example, the early relationships of parents and children, the self-concept, the aspiration level, and past learning experience. One more research by Rosenthal and Jacobson in 1968 that shows teachers' expectations. This also affects the intellectual development of the students because teachers pay more attention towards the students about which they have high expectations. So, the main thing is achievement, motivation by the parents, by the teachers that affect the intellectual development, mental development of a child also. The school. Now, the school has much important contributions in the mental development of the child. The teacher personality, their methods, their curriculum, their co-curricular activities, all are the important elements of school, or you can say college. The effect of these elements upon the mental development of the child is but natural. According to Kuppuswamy, a good school presents such a curriculum which is enriched with many activities in order to fulfill the needs and the interest of the children. Such a school is a real factor of sound or healthy mental development. There is another important factor which affects the mental development, and that is socio-economic status of the family. The families having the sound economic condition have their children comparatively better mental development than the children of lower status, as they do not have the proper means for their mental development. Effects of conflicts and maladjustments. The school and domestic conflicts, they have negative effects on the children. This creates tension and negative effects in the children, and that blocks their developmental process. Then the next is family. The mental development of the child depends upon the knowledge level of the family members also. Their attitude towards the various discussions of the family, towards the various things of the family, what type of discussions take place in the family, what type of books or magazines are read in the family. These are also responsible for the mental development. Physical growth. There is a very strong correlation between the physical growth, physical development, and the intellectual development. Physical and the mind. A sound or strong person has high level of intelligence. Environment. For the intellectual development of a person, environment also contributes a lot. Sufficient opportunities that must be given to a person for demonstrating his mental abilities. Physical environment affects the intelligence also. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you.